Okay, a message from Peter. Is that a crack on the hedge trimmer A-frame yoke? We better go and take a look. Okay, is there a crack in? There's something there. Right, I think I need to take you out. Oh, he's supposed to be going out now. I'm gonna put some gloves on. There's definitely something there, Peter, so well spotted. Just not sure yet what it is. No, I don't think it's a crack. Hang on. There's definitely a crease there, but I think it's actually where it has been lifted up and it's just been pressed against something. But no, it doesn't go right through. It's just a mark in the casting. So, but definitely worth investigating. Okay, so I think we're okay. Right, that went in. That way. So never feel you can't tell me if you think something's not right. I'd sooner know and sort it than wait for something to go wrong. So it was also mentioned with reference to the greasing of my universal joints. I tend to, because this lives indoors. If it lived outside, that might be a bit different. Because it lives indoors, I don't tend to re-grease these until I put it on. And this was only greased, what? It's done 25 hours of work. It's there's still plenty around there, and you can actually over. In fact, I think this has already been over greased once. So this will be greased when I put it away. I never power washed any of the prop shaft off, the PTO shaft. So no hot water got on this, no soap got on this. The grease that I put in there at the beginning of hedge trimming season this year, well, a lot of it is still there. I did grease all these fellows because they got power washed off. And I wanted to push the water out. So there's no water to push out of this. And the bit of string. Someone mentioned, could I not afford a decent piece of string? I have a chain. It's actually on my office desk. I found it. It's a chain that somebody get into. So there is a new safety chain to go on here. All I've got to do is remember to put it in my pocket and bring it down. So it'll probably get done next year. But I have got it. Okay, so I'm off to look at a couple of jobs now. Two existing clients, both of which are worried about their trees after the storms, and my job is to go and do an assessment for them now and to say yes, they could do with a bit of work, or no, they don't need any work. So yeah, that's the job for this morning. And then this afternoon Mrs. P and I are off to local hotel, not for tea and cake. We're going to go look at some trees there. So my day today is trees. Right, that's job one done, which is basically looking at all the trees on the side of a local trading estate, which most of it seems to be in pretty good nick actually. So there's a few ash in there, no visible signs of dieback yet. Not saying it won't happen, but not yet. So yeah, just finished my notes on that, and now we are off to Uli. Right, on to the next job, which apparently is a holm oak that's threatening to come down across client's drive. Now I said, is it down? And she said yes, it's going to come down. So I don't actually know if it's on the floor or cracked or what, so we'll find out when we get there. Yeah, I think they might need her out with this one. Oh dear. Okay, so no visible fungal brackets, but there's definitely some staining in here. So I reckon we've been cracked for a while. What do you know, mate? Hey, what do you know, mate? Broken, isn't it? Yeah, it's broken. Okay, I better ring the tree team. Right, I've called the tree team. They are, well, they'll be here shortly. They're actually doing a little job for the town council, which, although it needs doing, I think this one will take precedence. So, poor town council, we've been trying to do this job for them for over a week, and this would be our second attempt. We did a bit yesterday. We're supposed to do it all day today. We're going to get less than half a day in today. But we will be back next week, okay? I promise. We'll come back next week and we'll finish that one. It's all going to be left safe, just maybe not as tidy as we like, so we'll be back. I promise. Right, so that's that dealt with. I've also looked at another job this morning you've already seen. Not quite as urgent as this, but that's the morning's tree stuff sorted out. I can go back now. I've got a few bits and bobs to do in my office, a couple of bits to do down the yard, nothing very serious because most of it was done last night. And then this afternoon, like I said, more trees.
Hello?
Hello, it's Ian, pulling again.
Hello, Ian, yeah.
The guys will be with you in about 20-25 minutes.
You're a star. Thank you so much. That's really good of you.
No problem. No problem.
Thanks so much for all your help.
All right, thank you. Bye. Apparently I'm a star. Not sure my wife would agree all the time, but there you go. Right, okay. Coffee. Right. We're going out in Wilf in a second because I've got a spare hour and it's popped into my head that I've got a job I would like to do this weekend which involves that and stopping some of that. Those of you that have been here a while will know exactly what I'm talking about. Come on, you. Oh, you need to get dirty feet now, yeah. In you go. The tree team had Wilf yesterday because there's a fault on Donkey, which is our 130 Defender, which I believe is the handbrake. I don't think the guys realise the difference between a rear wheel drum brake handbrake system and a transmission brake, and I don't think they realised, which is possibly my fault for not telling them, the significance of not taking the handbrake right off and maybe driving the vehicle with the handbrake on a little bit. Anyhow, I think the handbrake in Donkey has been basically destroyed. At least I hope that's what it is, because if it's not that making the noise and the juddering and everything else, then it's something in the gearbox and far more expensive. Anyway, because they didn't have that, they had this, and it was wet yesterday, and this now smells of wet tree surgeon. And my starter's still not fixed, mainly because I haven't fixed it. Oh, right, so I got the hour. I finished my office work. at least for the morning. So everything I've done this morning is now all the records done, everything's up together with that. So we're going over to Plastech in Cam to pick up some 5-inch drain, some gutter pipe that I can fit onto the barn and divert all the water off the barn roof straight into the ground and not all over the yard, which should help as far as water and drainage and moisture should. As we're going to Dursley, well, we're going to Cam for the bits, but Dursley's only just at the road. Do you remember that big willow tree that got destroyed by, was it Eunice or Frederick, a week or so back, that the guys had to go up to? It's in our local cemetery, or the Dursley cemetery. I thought I'd just show you what we did with the tree and then tell you why we did it. Right, well, okay, so you can see the extent of the damage. The wind, this side of the tree was just completely, it's basically been split down the middle. So, and although the rest of the crown of the tree was left up, it was decided it wasn't really safe to leave that out there. Obviously people spend time around here. So what we did, we said to the town council, we'll do a fairly harsh pollard on it to make sure that it is 100% safe. Tree should survive this, should come back, and there's no reason why that tree should not be there for another 10, maybe even 15 years before he's too decayed to go. But what we did, we took one of the leaders, the apical dominant leaders from the middle, and planted it. And there you have it. So it might seem a very simple solution, but basically this is or was part of that. So whatever happens, the tree's not lost. They keep the tree. So, and willow is one of the simplest things in the world to plant. All we've done is bar a hole, probably about 2'6" deep, taken an apical dominant stem from the top. It needs to be from the top of the tree. It's a hormonal thing, but yeah, take it from the top, not a drooping one, and literally pushed it in the ground as hard as we can, and then just put a sleeve over it just to give it some protection, and also so people know it's planted on purpose. We didn't want someone coming up and thinking, oh, they left a stick, somebody didn't put it in the ground. We put the stake and tie on it and the shield on it literally so folks knew that it was done on purpose. So hopefully there'll be a new tree there, or there is a new tree there, that will survive, and yeah, when the old one's gone, this one will be big enough to take his place. That's the plan. You comfy in there? Dog seems to have taken up residence where the Land Rover toolkit usually lives. I'm not sure if she's trying to tell me something. Hey, do you like it with your bum sat down in there? Hey? Right. Let's go buy some pipe. Goes better with a key in ignition. Oh dear. Went and spoke to the very nice young lady who apparently follows me on YouTube, and they only do below ground pipe work here. They don't do anything above ground. So the next option is Cooper's, which is another 7 miles that way. It's going to make me late, but I want to get the job done, so I've got it in my head now that I'm going to do this weekend. So I'm going to be late for lunch. Never mind. You may well recognise where Cooper's is when we get there, because it's somewhere, if you've been with me for a while, that you've been a few times already, you'll see it's not far. It's a lot of pipe. I think I disturbed the poor chap's dinner. He didn't look entirely pleased to see me. Right, got the bits. I reckon I might have got off lucky there, because when we fetched the pipe, he only had 2 pieces left in stock. And well, that's what I needed. I need I think it's 5.7 meters. Unfortunately, it comes in 3 meter lengths, so there's going to be some wastage, and it ain't cheap. 2 pieces of pipe, a couple of fittings, and a couple of clamps was just shy of £100. I knew it wasn't cheap stuff, but I wouldn't want to be doing too much of it. Although in saying that, I've got another barn to do yet as well. Oh well, such is. I found myself back in cam again. But I thought I'll just have a quick look at what the fuel prices are like at the local Shell garage. So diesel is 159.9 and petrol is 156.9. That's up 10p a litre from a week ago. I got a funny feeling this not going to stop there. I think it's going to carry on. Or because some paranoid little fella over in the east